Welcome to the Board of Works meeting. Will you please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? Can we do our roll call?
Mayor Austin Bonta,
Here.
Member Newell,
Here.
Member Lewis,
Here.
Member Farkas,
Here.
Member Miletta.
Here.
Did everyone have a chance to look at the minutes for the last meeting, and is there a motion on them?
Make a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Was there a second set of minutes, or are we good? Cool. So I will not be able to be here for the whole duration of the meeting. Mr. Reeder and myself have something that we're going to be going to, so maybe a little bit less than midway through, I'll be switching over, and Andy will be taking over as the chair. Mr. Reeder, if I could do the agenda a little out of order, just to get the matters that you're, on, would you mind coming up for the Ingram Manor contract agreement? Yes. Thank you. So Randy, if you could just kind of explain the current relationship between the city and Ingram and how we got into it and just what's proposed?
All right, Ingram Manor's been on our roll of trash fees for a number of years. It's our last mobile home community. We thoroughly enjoy them because they are a very clean community, servicing-wise, and they do have two. It's a rare situation compared to the rest of the city. We have 96-gallon totes throughout the city. They have two 64-gallon totes. They are a private business, and we want to continue that relationship within the trash fees that are charged with a special rate to them, and that's going to be $15 per unit, and there's probably about 600 units within that community, so.
My understanding is, in general, there's no other community like this where they're not a private, business setup that they have. In our case, it's something that is profitable to the city, and as you noted, these are different size cans. Is that right?
Yes, they are very profitable to us. Our trucks usually take about 2.5 hours to service the entire community, so. And they usually put out 1 to 2 totes, but no more than that.
Are there any questions?
I'll make a motion to approve the trash service agreement.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. And then Randy, if you could stay to do the bulk item appeals?
Yes, I'm going to move to this table.
Sure thing.
All right, the first one on the agenda, is this on right here? Okay, there. Is 5595 Evergreen. Is there a 5595 Evergreen? Anyone here for 5595 Evergreen? All right. This one, they put out a tarp on the day of a non-scheduled bulk day. So their intention was to leave that tarp out there for the public. She said it was in good working condition, and they put it out next to their trash can. According to the policy, this would be a standard $40 charge. Since they're not here to explain their side of the story, I'm asking the board to uphold this $40 fee.
Any questions?
I'll make a motion to uphold the charge for 5595 Evergreen.
I'll second that motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Gets us to
6437 Falling Timbers.
Yep.
This is an actual return service, $25 fee that the tenant is objecting to. So I'm going to call out, is there 6437 Falling Timbers here? Is that you? Okay, yeah.
Come on up,
If you'd
sir.
like to-
You could come to the podium or you could come to the desk, whatever is more comfortable for you. Oh, you could come to either microphone, whichever one you're more
Go
comfortable
ahead.
with.
Go to the podium, sir. Okay. Okay. Need help?
Okay.
Just if you want maybe just explain the situation, why you're appealing?
Oh, okay. I got up one morning. Usually the trash people, after 42 years of living here, I sort of got an idea how, what the routine is. We got into the afternoon, I'm guessing around 1:30, and I noticed my trash can wasn't picked up yet. And I thought, this is strange. So I called up the street department, and I told them my can wasn't picked up. And they asked me, they says, well, did they pick up across the street? I said, yeah. I said, well, they didn't pick it up because I assumed my can wasn't picked up, that everybody else's wasn't. And the reason why I assumed that, I have a large sugar maple tree on October 9th, it's full of plumage. You can't see through the tree, and so I couldn't see down the block. So after I got off the phone with the lady, I went straight outside to take a better look because I didn't know if I fibbed to her or not. And I looked, they did pick up everybody else, and I thought, God, why didn't they pick me up? And I only could think of two things, and to this day I can't figure it out. Either I thought the truck was so filled they couldn't get me, which is strange. I never, for like I said, 42 years I never had that. Or they had it in for me for some reason. And then me having a temper, I started to get upset about it. I thought, well, why would they pick me up? So then I called the second time. And the truck came out. They came about 20, 30 foot from my garbage can. And being an older guy, and if everybody's old, you know how we are, we get things done like right now. I went down there and waited on my driveway. The guy's 20 foot parked from me. And I'm waiting. After about 10 minutes, he's on the cell phone. I go up to him. I say, hey, why don't you pick up my can so I could put the can back in the garage? And he said something. Then I sort of barked back at him because, at that point I was frustrated. So that's all that it is. And then I got billed for $25. And like I said, to tell all you folks, I just don't understand. To this day, I don't understand it. And my can goes out always the evening before, and there's a reason for it. I got rheumatoid arthritis. And if anybody knows anything about it, mornings are catastrophic for us. So that's why my can always goes out in the evening unless the weather's inclement, heavy snow, rain, wind. So I don't do it. Then my wife takes it out in the morning if it comes to that. And that's the story. I mean, I just, if I had a Bible here, I'd swear to it. But,
Well, and just
Randy, we don't have it out for him, do we?
No, we do not have it out.
she's not on like a list or something, Randy.
We-
yeah,
So-
I'm not on the list. Well, I'm
There's
glad
no
to hear
list,
it.
don't worry. But Levy,
I didn't know what to think of it. I mean,
well, it just explain, let's say, and I understand you're saying this didn't happen. I'm not accusing you, but say hypothetically you just forgot to put the can out, right? Oh, and I know that didn't happen. I'm
that
just
didn't
saying, I
happen.
get what you're saying, but let's say that happened. It happens to me. I've woken up on a Monday morning and thought, oh my goodness, I forgot all about my can. Now usually I'll
you're-
run out and I'll
you're
push the
young.
can over. I can do that. I can run and dash for it. But let's say that I said, you know what, I'll call them later. So like I know that they missed me, my can wasn't put to the curb. If I call the department and then they come back and get it, that's a $25 fee. So I think what happened is you were billed as if it was something that you forgot to do and then you called in. And I think by procedure, you call in, say your can needs to be picked up, it would get billed that way. But you're saying it was left there and you're saying it got missed. They did every house and they missed yours is what you're saying.
that's the only thing I could assume. I mean, I'm sitting out there like a goofball and trying to, scratching my head. So what, I don't understand this.
Randy, do we have any, I don't know what the word is, there's not footage or something, right, of like his can being up at the, I'm just, curious what we got, Is there is there more to it that we need to know?
Well, we do service routes, and I don't see us skipping one house and going to the next house, because that's not our intentions. Our intentions is to service as many trash cans as possible. And so in situations like this, in most cases, and I'm not saying that this is particular it, but people do forget to put their cans out, and then they call us and say, hey, you didn't service. You took care of the resident next to me, left and to the right of me, north or south of me, and you guys didn't get my can. So in that particular cases, and sometimes residents are very honest and say, hey, I forgot to put my can out, or can it be serviced today? And we say, according to ordinance, it's a $25 return service fee. And they are, okay, I'll pay it, come get my can, my 2 totes, they have to be emptied for next week. So in this situation, we do document, we did send out Vern. Vern verified that, yes, the entire street was serviced, and this particular can was not for some reason. The unknown reason is before us right now. I don't see one of our guys skipping a can, but
Definitely not intentionally.
yeah, we didn't do it intentionally, but for the sake of this, going forward, that the residents understand that those cans must be out by 6 a.m. And if you do call us for a return service, there is a $25 service fee. So I'm recommending the board to reverse this one-time fee of $25 for this resident.
I'll make a motion to honor the appeal for $25 and reverse the fee.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you. I didn't, so you guys are eliminating the $25?
That's correct.
Okay, do I need to do anything, or?
I don't think so, no. Did you already pay it, or have you not paid it yet?
No, I just paid the regular
Oh,
$87.
then you're all good.
Yeah, because when I talked to either Randy or the lady, they told me just pay what I usually owe, so.
Now, if it happens again, send me an email, because then it's going to become a suspicious story, but I think that this is probably a one-time
Like I
thing.
said, this is 42 years. Like I said, if you had a Bible, I'd swear on it. I still don't understand it. I mean,
Sometimes mistakes do happen, and just know
Well-
that, nobody was out to get you. I think that it was more of
I'm
just when you
glad
call.
of that because, anyways.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Can I go out that way, or?
Yeah, you can. Just wave at Z when you go by. He's the guy doing the camera.
Okay, thank you. And like I said, this is the truth. I don't understand it.
Do not worry. Thank you so much for coming in today. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you for listening.
All right. 3038 May Street is our next one.
Is anyone here from 38
38?
May? Or 3308 May?
This one actually is it was placed on her property, so I'm asking that the board would consider reversing this.
Make
It was-
a
it
motion, we
was-
waive
yeah.
the fee for 3308 May Street.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
That gets us to 5291 Concord. Is anyone here from 5291 Concord? Oh, please come on up.
How are you guys doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Oh my goodness, hope you didn't come in full lawyer mode for this one. You're welcome to, yeah. You look very sharp.
Thank you, you as well.
Thanks, I appreciate it, but I'm just wearing my leather jacket today.
It's a very sharp leather jacket, to say the least. And so, my name is Taylor. I reside at 5291 Concord, and I've lived there for roughly a year. Now, I'm leasing the property. It's a rent-to-own contract. And I was hired by the people who own the contract initially to remove some trash in the back before I actually took over the property. Now, he instructed me to do it because NIPSCO asked him to move it. Now, all this trash, I kept in a 6x8 trailer behind my garage until roughly 3 months ago, in which I took it to the sanitation department and was instructed by a gentleman I had gotten off of work, it was kind of late, probably 4:30, going on 5. He said that I could leave it in front of my house. He said that it should be fine, it's like a bulk trash thing. He's like, just put it all in front, but set it in a way that makes it easy for the trash men or the sanitation department to collect. And so I did so, in good faith. And my landlord, who's the bill's also currently in his name for the sanitation, he told me that he was billed like $400 or $500 to retrieve it. And I have a picture of the trash, and I'll show you just so you have something for reference, because that's easy enough to get as well. But this is everything I had in 6x8 trailer. Now, you'll note that it's roughly a large area, but I had that all fit in 6x8 trailer. Now, they deduce the cost by the actual square footage that the amount of trash took up. When I had actually fit in the 6x8 trailer, it was roughly 48 square feet. And I was charged dependent and circumstantial relative to that picture based on the actual square footage overall. You'll note in the picture, probably the one that he has, that the trash is very scattered. It's not something that, I try to do it in a way
Randy, is this a case of it went out on the wrong day?
No, it's not. Once it goes past the 40 square feet, it's applied to all the ordinance fees.
That includes the
bulk
40 square
pickup.
feet, once you exceed 40 square feet. I mean, based on the amount of space there, it would make sense that be, do you know who you talked to? Because it's true that you can't take stuff to the dumpsters at the department anymore. We still service through the bulk, but depending on, and if you look at the ordinance schedule, you can kind of see how much it costs per square feet. I say that because sometimes it's more affordable to get a dumpster, and sometimes it's more affordable to use the city, service. I don't have a recommendation. That's up to the individual homeowner or person disposing of trash. But Randy, do you have some commentary on it?
Well, on that day, it was a little bit later day, but if you have the pictures in front of you, that pile measured, and we had Vern Podgorska, our lead person, always handles these type of situations when it comes to large measurable bulk items. So that pile was 8 feet by 27 feet long. So according to our schedule, that falls within $400. So my only added information is that this is an existing homeowner rental. The landlord could have easily communicated this with his tenant that, hey, there is a bulk item policy within the trash ordinance. Please follow that. We always encourage landlords to communicate that with their tenants. If they don't do that, then it's like a speed limit sign, it's still set. We got to pay attention to what policies are within the street, and this was a large pile.
Randy, how much time did this take to complete for the department?
I would say probably within, well, it was picked up by one of our a grapple truck, so it would probably took in maybe 20, 25 minutes. No longer than a half hour to service that. And our fee is it filled up an entire bulk item truck, which has a 20-yard box on it. And in the standard trash dumpster is $475. So I believe our fee is within reason with this bulk pile.
I'll make a motion, we uphold the fee of $400 for 5291 Concord Avenue. at the
If I
advice of
may,
the department.
before you guys strike a vote, I've lived in this town my entire life. I've been putting things out on the side of the road for as long as I can remember. The landlord that I have doesn't reside in the city. He wasn't aware of this. And when I did receive these instructions, he told me that it should be sufficient. Now, I deduced, you're basing your measurements on something that we have no way to acknowledge whether or not those measurements were accurately done, or to see how they actually measured to gain the square footage of the actual area that was deduced. And so not really knowing and just speculating based on what somebody else said without any verifiable data seems contestable. And I just, I see here that, because I have this paper now, it was given to me. I did speak with the gentleman at the sanitation department. He said to put it in front of my house, said it wouldn't be an issue. But if it's under
Do you know
99
who you
square
spoke
feet.
to at the sanitation department?
No, I did not catch his name. They were closing. He said that it was kind of late. They wouldn't have time now. I'd have to do something to.
Was he just a guy like leaving? Was he wearing some, like, your
He
shirt
was
a-
wearing high vis. So I assumed that he.
You didn't catch a name or anything?
No, I
You don't
didn't.
know what
Yeah,
day
I-
it happened, or?
It was roughly a month before this happened.
And even there's someone telling you that you leave stuff out on the curb, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're saying it's free or that it's a lower cost. What do you think is the cost of this pickup? Or like, what would you think? Because, it certainly isn't free,
No, of course not. It did save me the trouble of having to go unload it myself. But at the end of the day, I thought if I fit it in a 48 square foot trailer, that I would be charged more of an acceptable fee, and I thought maybe $100 for it. Because I could have just dropped it off at the dump, but it was late at work, and he said just to put it in front of my house. I spread it out. It wasn't just, you could obviously tell that everything is separated quite well so that they could attain it. Now, if I would have just if I had known, I could have put it all together, and it would have been under 100 square feet. Easily.
Randy, the general rule to put something in front of your house is to imagine a sheet of plywood, 4 by 8, correct?
Yes.
And I'm looking at this photo, and there's no possible way that that would fit on a sheet of plywood.
No, but you can
Am-
see
am I
also in the
missing
photo, everything
something?
is spread out very well. It's spread out in such a way that it would make it easier for them to attain. If I put it all together, I'm sure it would have been more than a 4x8 sheet of plywood, easily, maybe 2. But 4x8 is still 32 square feet, and times 2, that's 64.
You have to go by the ordinance, though, because the ordinance is set by the council for what the rate is, and that's based on square feet. And that's what's the, again, we have to apply that very carefully. It's, it is a measurement, and you can see what it measures to.
Well, it's just area because it's so spread out. I mean, that's my whole argument, is that I had everything spread
But
out
if
in
you,
such a way.
and you acknowledged that if there was a 4x8 sheet of plywood is what would work, you even said this would not have fit on a 4x8, so the charge would have been the same whether he'd have stacked it up, condensed it, right, or would it have been different?
No, that's,
He could possibly condensed it more. I don't know what those measurements would be.
if I wouldn't have spread it out and I would have stacked things.
I mean, it'd have to be kind of high. I mean, generally 5 feet
Randy, would you
high.
be comfortable with reducing from the 400 to maybe compromising at $200 on it?
If he would agree to that, yes,
Would
I-
you agree to 250?
I would.
I think given the fact that there's definitely experience here of learning how it goes, I mean, I'd be comfortable with that.
I'll amend my motion to charge of $250.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank
And
you.
I would just like to publicly say that always encourage residents to either check our website or call us directly at the office and communicate what you plan on putting at the curb and the particular size. Just because people say, hey, I'm going to put some bulk out there, I mean, it's very vague statement. Now, he says, I'm cleaning out my entire backyard and going to put that to the curb. Might want to call the office on that, so. So.
And then that gets us to, I think, one more. I think that is 6802 Ava. Is there anyone here
Yes.
from 6208, I'm sorry, 6802 Ava? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to ask the board to reverse this one based on, it's possibly from her neighbor. Her neighbor put this pallet against her tote, and she said it wasn't hers. And there's a time discrepancy on the picture itself, so I'm just
I'll make a
asking.
motion, we waive the charge, or reverse the charge at 6802 Ava.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Thank you, Randy.
And there's one more
Oh, there is
matter
one more?
of business.
Oh. Oh. Was this the cost of sending the mailer out for the, okay.
So with the new proposed trash rates, we have contacted Minuteman to print those mailers up to go out to Portage. This is the US postage cost of, was it 4,000, how much was it?
$4,310.50.
Yes, I'm asking the Board of Works to give permission for the clerk's office to cut a check this week for that postage.
And we met with the clerk treasurer's office to go over where in the funds we had the ability to cover this expense. So we identified that.
Make a motion to approve the expense for the mailer.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. That'll get us to the Quadient, I hope I said that right, contract for the police. Is there anyone here from the police department to speak on that? Not looking at you. I'm looking for the only, you're not familiar with it? Tom, do you know anything about that one?
Mayor, I do, I can speak on it.
Okay.
So the clerk's office went from Pitney to the Quadrant for the mailers. It weighs the mail and stamps it and everything. And the police department was still with Pitney and noticed that it was at a lower rate. So they're asking to change from the Pitney to the Quadrant.
That makes sense.
I'll make a motion, we approve the move to Quadrant for the police department.
I'll second.
We have motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We have the streetlight agreement for Farmington PRED LLC.
Good morning. This is a standard streetlight agreement with a new subdivision for Providence at Farmington. There are 31 streetlights going in that entire development. As usual, the developer pays for the first 2 years of power to these streetlights, and that's what you have in front of you. The department would recommend approval of the streetlight agreement.
Any questions or a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the streetlight agreement for Farmington LLC.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
That'll get us to the door-to-door request for Frontier. Is anyone here to speak for Frontier? Not seeing anyone here to speak for Frontier. Do we either want to table, shoot down, or approve? All right, do I make a motion, Andy?
I'll make a motion to deny the door-to-door request from Frontier.
I'll second that motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Next, we have a special event, Salvation Army. We'll be gentler on you than we were on Frontier, sir. Just in spirit, we'll see.
I appreciate that, because I'm here, yes. So as you know, for the last 4 years, this will be our 4th year partnering with the city of Portage, putting up our kettle tower for PR for our red kettle season. So I guess I'm here to get the official approval, because I got kind of interim approval to get it set up. So I'm here to seek official approval to put up the kettle tower again next to the Christmas tree at by Founder Square between the police and fire departments.
As noted, I mean, this is a repeat, and we appreciate it, so, I mean, at least I appreciate it. We'll see what the
Yes.
board says, but
I'll make a motion, we approve the Salvation Army's putting up the big light at the kettle.
I'll second.
we have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that gets us to letter of credit for Lennar Homes.
Essentially, this is a performance bond for the Swanson Trails subdivision that is being constructed at the moment. The bond is in the amount of $12,070,348. Again, this is performance bond for the Swanson Trails subdivision. In order for them to get their plats recorded, we need either the subdivision to be completely constructed or a bond in place, and this covers that bond.
I'll make a motion to approve the letter of credit for Lennar Homes.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Gets us to 5159 Stone Avenue senior discount. I don't know why you guys are coming up. I can't imagine you're ready for the senior discount. Oh.
No, not quite. We're requesting the senior discount on one of our trash cans. My older parents live with us. They have for the last 6 years. It is their permanent address. My father's also a veteran. They pay half the utility bills, half the trash, everything. So we're just requesting a senior discount on one trash can.
Randy, would you mind coming up? My understanding, well, can you explain the senior discount as structured, what it takes for someone, well, let me put it this way, if a senior is living in the house, but they're not the only person living in the house, what would it take to be on the senior discount that it ended up here?
I think the only stipulation I know that it's, the resident has to be 65 or older.
We were told that they had to be paying the bill. The bill had to be in their name, so they suggested we come here.
That it would have to be a clerk office question there.
No, Michelle would have to answer that.
Okay. Not trying to give you a runaround by any means. I'm wondering if there's a simpler solution to your problem, you know?
I know there's also like active veterans who don't have their bill in their name are also not getting a discount because it is not in their name. So it should be,
Meaning it's in the spouse's name.
yeah,
Not
like it's in the spouse's name and not the veteran's name.
There's not like a great way to do that structurally, because, we don't want anybody, not, we don't want anyone to pretend that they're a senior when they're not, but at the same time, like,
Well,
as if
require
that ever
the-
happens. Michelle, if you're familiar with this situation, do you know, or maybe you're not, I don't know. So do you mind repeating what's going on?
The bill has to be in the person's name who qualifies for the discount.
Is that the main spot of it? Just that the bill's not in the name of the senior living at the address?
Yes, they have to live there, it has to be in their name for them to get the discount.
Do they have to own the house, the property, to have the bill in their name?
No, it used to be that way, but they changed it.
So, I mean, you could actually put the bill in their name, and then they would get it. Would that be correct?
Oh,
Or
then we would get it for both cans, correct?
you would get it for, if you got 2 cans at one house, then yeah, you would get it for yeah.
Which we were trying to be fair and pay for ours,
You
but
get one $3.
You're welcome to give the city more money. I mean, like, if you pay more than what you're owed, we won't fight you, just like the IRS, right? Like,
It's one single $3 discount.
that was my concern with splicing it, but if you guys are comfortable having the bill in their name, if they're living in the house, I mean, if it's their address, I mean, I don't know where they're getting the money to pay for it, but it's just to say that, like, if they're the ones paying, then the whole house qualifies for the discount.
The intention when it was started was it had to be your primary residence. You had to show proof that you owned it. Over the years, that has changed a little bit.
To just like is it their primary residence?
Yes.
I would say if it's their primary residence, if they're the ones on the bill, the whole house would get it. And that might be a little simpler than us trying to splice it here, if that makes sense.
sure.
So basically, all you're suggesting is put the bill in their name and then apply for the senior discount.
Actually, what I was suggesting for other people in the same instance is that I bring my father in, provides proof of residency, and he gets the discount on one tote, as opposed to,
So the challenge for us would be splicing up the cost of one tote, both economically and just keeping track and all that in the house.
Oh,
It'd be a lot simpler
Wait,
if he
why-
just.
What do you mean you're splicing up?
So what we're not, but what they came in proposed is that we splice the bill and give like a partial senior discount, but that's not something we can do very feasibly.
isn't
It-
that still going to happen?
Uh,
If they
no.
only get one tote?
Well,
You're gonna get $3 off. It doesn't matter if you have one tote or if you have 15
That's not per
totes. You
tote,
get
yeah.
$3 off the total
Okay.
bill.
Gotcha.
So if you had 2 cans, if the person who's on the account is a senior, well, then it's not 30, it's 27. If you have 1 can, it's going to be 15. If you've got 3 cans, it's going to be the cost of 3 minus $3, because it's not a discount per can.
Gotcha.
I think that might be the simpler way to solve it. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know if we got a motion on that, just more of a, yeah, informational. All right, that gets us to 750 North, 500 West, request for 40 chickens, and I saw you come in. How's it going?
Good. Sorry for my tardiness. My name is Al Hewlett. I currently reside at 750 North, 500 West, the farm property that is on the west side of 500 behind Coles, behind Preston Trails now, formerly behind Coles. So the request currently right now, as stated, is for 40 chickens. I currently have read the ordinance, see what the ordinance is. However, I am in part of a very rural area of Portage. The buffer between my property and the next neighboring property to the north is probably a good 75 to 80 yards in between. This is also something that I had already been doing. I've already been raising chickens for their eggs for sale, and I just want to increase the amount of chickens that I currently have. My chickens are currently now in a grain bin is where they're housed at, because the property is a former farm that was used for grain. So with the grain bins, they pretty much are well protected inside there, and I know I can get well over 40 inside the grain bin, with it being 25 to 30 feet wide and 30 feet high.
Do we know, is this property zoned farm or?
No.
So this property has been kind of operating as a farm for years. The problem is our zoning is absent of any farm, zoning. So He has been operating this way for many years, so that's the problem. We really don't have agriculture in our zoning, so. But if you
From a
look at his
location-
property, it's clearly a farm setting, so.
And it's not, I'm not trying to well, I don't know what the right word is. It's not as if you're doing this in the middle of like Austin Hills or Capitol Estates where you're surrounded by homes. Well, over there. I mean, if somebody drove by and didn't know they were in city limits, I will at least say it doesn't appear to be, that way.
That is correct.
So that is
Yep.
for now, but are there any proposed subdivisions coming in adjacent to this property that you know of? I mean, or could this be something that's conditional that would have to be repeated? Because if, let's say someone develops next to that, and then maybe now it becomes more of an issue.
No, there is a subdivision to the north, but there is a pretty good buffer, yeah. So. He just happens to be in our city limits.
Yes.
So,
And did not know until I started doing more research because I wanted to add more. Because my family and I, we have a produce business. We have the home occupation permit that's already been taken care of, and I'll be here next month for something else.
yeah, we're working through all of that with him.
Scott, would you say we're good to proceed if we wanted to grant the request? Are there any?
Yes, this is the proper board to deal with this unique issue.
Any other questions or a motion?
I would have brought some eggs with me, but I was kind of moving kind of fast. So with that being stated, I understand the nervousness of it. So just a little background on myself. I work in law enforcement, 16 years. My wife is an environmental chemist. So when it comes down to rules, regulations, things of that nature, we try to stay on top of it. We get certified every single year with different food safety produce. So we do that pretty much every year.
Just a bit of clarification. You said you're currently raising chickens. The request is for 40.
Yes, sir.
So what would the total be?
40. The total would be 40.
Okay.
I'll make a motion, we grant the exemption to allow Mr. Hewlett to have up to 40 chickens on his property.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right. Thank you.
Gets us to annual streetlight maintenance agreement, Circle R.
Good morning. Every year, the city enters into a contract for streetlight maintenance of the privately owned streetlights that we have. For example, the ones along Willow Creek Road and the ones downtown and along Central Avenue. They're not owned by NIPSCO. We actually own them. Therefore, we need to hire somebody to maintain them. So this is a contract for the next year's maintenance work on those lights.
I'll make a motion to approve the annual streetlight maintenance agreement with Circle R.
I'll second that motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And that'll get us to the streetlight agreement for H&T.
Very similar. It is for our privately owned streetlight infrastructure, just a contract with H&T.
I'll make a motion, we approve the streetlight agreement with H&T.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Gets us to the Bauer Farms Phase 2 maintenance bond and Phase 2 subdivision bond.
So for Bauer Farm subdivision, I have a maintenance bond and and a performance bond needing to be needing to be approved. The performance bond is in the amount of $211,643.75, and the maintenance bond is in the amount of $404,781.75. The amounts were calculated by our department. I believe our city attorney has reviewed the language, and the department recommends approval of both of these bonds.
Any questions or a motion?
motion we approve the Bauer Farms Phase 2 maintenance bond and subdivision bond based on staff recommendation.
I'll second that.
So we have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Mayor, you skipped an item on the agenda.
Oh, what did I skip?
Abamarsh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Professional service agreement. Every year we have agreements, contracts and agreements with engineering companies. We had one with them last year. This is just for the next upcoming year.
Thank you for catching that.
Of course.
Any questions or a motion on that? This is just a continuation of what we have as a task contract for when we need them.
I'll make a motion to approve the Abbott Marsh 2026 professional service agreement.
I'll second that.
So we have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
That gets us to the purchase agreement for Sutpin Herb fire equipment. Looks like we have someone from the fire department coming.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So we are looking to replace our engine 2, which is a 2011 fire engine with, right now, 98,000 miles on it. Those engines do about 2,000 calls a year apiece. The proposal in front of you is from Suffin Manufacturing for $998,700. They are Sourcewell compliant, so we'll be doing this through Sourcewell. We did also request bids from 2 other companies. They were both substantially higher for this similar engine. So we are requesting funds derived from GeoBond to purchase this engine.
Carrie, have we, oh, I'm sorry, you go ahead.
Delivery date, because these things are always so long.
So with these, we're going to a stock market. So it'll be delivered in October of next year. So it's accelerated, meets 95% of our current spec. So in order to get it in an accelerated fashion, we went to the stock market.
Carrie, is this the GEO bond that got approved already? Because I know we have another one coming up, and I just want to make sure I'm not losing track of my GEO bonds.
I,
I hope my question's
yes,
making sense.
it's part of the GEO bond, but I'm not sure that we closed on this one yet.
If it's in the same one as the tower, I believe it's closed down already.
I thought we hadn't voted on the one with the tower yet.
I don't, Liz handles all of that, so I'm not sure.
I apologize. I'm not trying to delay this up. My concern is there's 2 different bonds, and in my mind, I'm just concerned that one might not be settled yet because we advertised one. Can we check with, is Tammy there? I think she'd be able to answer. Hypothetically, like, we wouldn't have trouble because the bond would pass next week is the plan, but we could do contingent, yeah. I'd like to know, you know?
This also puts us in, so the new emissions for 2027 gets way stricter, and the new motors are not even out and tested yet. And so this will put us in that last generation of the current emissions motors for this engine.
Agree with Andy. I think we can do it contingent if that was already part of the plan, because I believe it was part of the plan to do this.
It was part of the plan. I thought it was approved already, but.
And I want to make sure, yeah, if we can, but. Hey, Liz.
Hello.
I apologize. We got all these bonds, and I just want to make sure we're talking about the right one.
Okay.
Would you mind just repeating it real quick, or the one being referenced, what we're looking to do?
So we're looking to purchase a fire engine from Suffin Manufacturing. It was in the GEO bond. I believe it was closed already, but that's the question, whether it was in the bond we've already closed, or is it one?
Which one? The 2025 bond? Or the 2020 or 2023?
The current bond, 2025.
Okay. It hasn't closed yet. It's going to close in December.
That was my question.
Yes.
That's what I wanted to make sure.
It's closing in December. The timeline for that is, I believe, the 16th. Yeah. That's when we're gonna be, hopefully, latest is gonna be like the 20, right after Christmas.
And when we mapped
Before the
out-
end of the year.
And I was gonna say, Liz, I think we put this in there, like, this was part of our plan when we talked with Buzz. That's why I wanted to make sure we were talking
It's-
about the
it's
right
in there.
bond. Okay.
It's definitely in there.
Would you be comfortable, Liz, if we approve this contingent on the bond closing? Or do you feel that it's better to wait until the bond closed for us to approve this? Did that make sense?
The bond's gonna close.
Okay, so it, yeah.
Yes.
Make a motion to approve the purchase agreement with Herb Fire Equipment contingent upon the closing of the 2025 GEO bond.
Geo bond.
I'll second that motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you so much, Liz. You could imagine how I wanted to make sure we didn't make a mistake there or get the
No.
bond wrong.
No problem. Anything else while I'm out here?
I think we're good.
Okay.
All right, that'll get us to the Cardinal Crossing Phase 6 request to release.
The developer of Cardinal Crossing has requested that their maintenance bond would be released for Phase 6 of their development. Staff has reviewed the infrastructure, everything is up to par, and so the staff would recommend release of the maintenance bond in the amount of $352,247.18.
Make a motion that we release the Cardinal Crossing bond on staff recommendation.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
So let's see, then that gets us to Kiwanis. Is anyone here to speak for Kiwanis? Oh, good. I could have done it if you weren't here, but I'm glad you're here. Come on up. Nah, I'll let you do it. I'm excited you're here.
Hi, my name's Renee. I'm from the Portage Kiwanis Group. We are here asking for permission for a special event request for the Kiwanis Christmas Parade, which will be on December 6, 2025. You should have received a map of the roads that will need to be closed. I have checked with police. They are on board. It's the same route that we've had for the last 2 years. Fire has no problem, and I have not heard any problems from the street department, so.
I'll make a motion, we approve the Kiwanis Christmas Parade route.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, thank
And
you.
with that, I need to be heading out. I'll say this, I need to head to the next thing. I know Randy does too. So Andy, I'm going to ask if you can take over the gavel.
Okay, next we've got the Lakeshore Development Subdivision Bond. And we might as well do the maintenance bond at the same time.
Exactly. So this is for the River Trace subdivision, and we held a performance bond for the installation of sidewalks and erosion control. So the developer is asking the release of their performance bond and the acceptance of a maintenance bond for the same work. So if we could, please approve the maintenance bond first, and the maintenance bond is in the amount of $34,758.
Do we have a motion to approve or any questions?
A motion to approve the Lakeshore Development Maintenance Bond.
I'll second.
Do we have a motion and a second? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And if we could release their performance bond in the amount of $173,790.
I'll make a motion that we release the Lakeshore Development Subdivision Bond upon staff recommendation.
I'll second.
We have the motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We've got the award of professional appraisal services for right-of-way acquisition relating to the Loop Road reconstruction project.
We have 21 parcels of right-of-way right-of-way off of 21 parcels that we need to acquire for our Loop Road reconstruction project. So we requested proposals from appraisal companies, and we requested from 5 companies. We received 3 back. We want to move forward with our 2 least costly appraisal groups. The first one is Vail Appraisal Group in the amount of $15,900. And the second one is Kovacevic and Company Incorporated in the amount of $9,600. This is for their services to appraise all 21 parcels.
Anybody have any questions? If not, we'll entertain a motion.
Kovacevic, yep. Yes, yes, and Vail Appraisal Group, we need 2. Yes.
I'll make a motion that we approve Kolovich for the amount of $9,600 and Vail Appraisal Group in the amount of $15,900 for the appraisals along Loop Road.
Second?
With a motion and a second, any other questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next, that takes us to the Midwestern Electric Annual Traffic Signal Maintenance.
Similar to our streetlight maintenance, this is for our traffic signals. It is an annual contract to perform maintenance on said traffic signals. Midwestern Electric seems to be the ones that want the work the most. They're the only ones that provided a proposal this year, and they've done the work in the past. So staff would recommend entering into a contract with Midwestern Electric to perform this work.
I'll make a motion we approve the traffic signal maintenance contract with Midwestern Electric.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy. Next, we've got the Fire Department Applicant Board Up List.
Good morning. I am here to seek approval for the 2026 Fire Department Board Up List. You should have 4 applicants in front of you. All applicants meet the requirements as stated in the ordinance and the procedures.
I'll make a motion we approve the fire department's board up list of 4.
Now, second?
We have a motion and a second, any questions or discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Next, we have the approval for the mayor to sign the closing documents for purchase of property.
So we've been working on a redesign of the intersection of Central and Samuelson Road, and we came across a parcel that was actually up for sale. It worked perfect into our plan, and we decided to actually purchase it rather than purchase right away from them, purchase the whole parcel. In order to do so, at the closing, we need somebody to sign and the closing documents, and apparently taking the Board of Works minutes, with you all giving him permission to do so, he can sign those. So need approval for the mayor to sign off on closing documents.
I'll make a motion to approve the authorization for the mayor to close the closing documents for the purchase property.
I'll second that motion.
We have a motion and a second, any other questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, that moves us into claims. We've got the November 25th, 2025.
Can we do something before the claims? This one should have been on there. I think it got lost in the shuffle a little bit, so instead of making them wait more. They want to do a food truck.
Pavilion on 307 Willow Creek Road. We'd like to give food trucks permanent residence to be able to bring in repeat customers and kind of just help them, make their business. And I'd like to, it's a 1 acre piece of land. I think it's perfect location, right off the main road, Willow Creek. Like to house 8 to 10 food trucks, kind of have a backyard setting, bring in families, community, friends, offer bags, maybe live music to local artists, jam sesh, nothing too loud, too late, just kind of bring the community together. So yeah, that's my plan, that's my vision, this has been my dream for a long time. This is my husband, Duncan Foster. We've traveled the world, him with military experience, me as a flight attendant, and I've seen food truck pavilions around the world, and I think we don't have anything like this in Northwest Indiana, so I'd like to bring a unique and creative idea, starting with Portage.
So would this be considered like a permanent business, or is this a special event type of request?
Not an event, I'm seeking approval to have a food truck pavilion, like permanent residence. I would rent the land out to food trucks, give them
So are we the right people, Scott, to approve this?
No, it's not an event, it's
Like this should go
usage,
through
I
the
guess.
planning department.
307 Willow Creek Road, right there at the light by Stone and Trail Creek. It's right there at the light. We've gotten bounced around. Nobody really knows where to put me.
Well, the issue, I won't bounce you around.
Yeah.
Whether or not, is there a structure there?
There's no structure and I'm not
So the
intending.
underlying issue is whether or not the zoning allows for it. If the zoning allows for it, then you don't need to come to any board.
Okay,
If the zoning, if you have a zoning problem, then your relief would come from the Board of Zoning Appeals.
okay,
So if you have a problem, let's say you want to have an active location, but you don't have the primary structure, which might be your issue, then you may need to come and ask for that.
okay.
I'm not sure here's the proper place. If this was a 2-weekend event on this corner, I think this is the right place.
Okay.
If this is permanent from time immemorial, I don't think Board of Works is the right place.
Okay, so where should I present this idea to?
Well, there are some site plan issues, I believe, that you need to present the actual site plan as far as the lot dimensions, where they are as far as site setbacks, and work with BZA for any variances involved.
Okay, I've
Total
worked with,
coverage, there's a couple things. I believe there was also some state issues with the food trucks being there permanently as far, that's a state issue, and not mobile, not leaving that premises every night. So I think there's some state issues too.
Okay.
So I'm not sure.
so I spoke with the use variance and Board of Works. And they've put me here in this meeting today.
this is the
to
Board of
seek
Works.
appro-
Yeah.
Right, so I've been working with Michelle and the ladies in there, and I mean, I guess I just don't
I'm
know where I
wondering what
should
the Board
go.
of Works, what that,
Yeah, if this was
Permission
temporary,
would
we
be-
could approve it.
Floor planning.
Planning? Okay,
Make an appointment, that's his department.
Planning?
Him
Okay.
or his staff will walk you through it.
perfect, all right.
We think it's a
Thank
great
you.
idea, I just don't, we're just not the right board to approve.
yeah. and
Yeah,
we-
that's the,
We have looked at this, and there are, we need to see what, what the lot dimensions are, what the coverage is, where they are as far as setbacks, curbing,
Got it.
I think the confusion is real, because if you were doing a food truck 1 time somewhere, 5 times somewhere, this probably is the correct board.
got it,
A permanent location for food trucks to come and go is a different question, and you end up at Board of Zoning Appeals because it's permanent.
Zoning.
That's why. So I don't want you to feel like you've been just moved around departments, but it also is the food trucks are transient, they're a 1-time event, 5-time event. Again, that would be the right place.
yeah. This is it's a brand new, we've never seen this before, so it's really not defined in ordinance or in zoning. So, yeah, we need to work through the state issues, the site plan issues as well.
okay,
So,
got it, so, planning,
Planning.
All right, thank you.
We'll get together right afterwards, and, okay.
Okay, now we'll move on to the claims from November the 25th, 2025. We'll entertain a motion whenever you're ready.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next up, we've got the payroll claims for October 17th, 2025.
I'll make a motion to approve the October 17th claims, the amount of $2,018,871.75.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next up, we've got the payroll claims from October 31st, 2025, in the amount of $2,104,588.98.
I'll make a motion, we approve the claims in the amount of $2,104,588.98.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And next, we've got the October 2025 pension payroll claims in the amount of $206,047.62.
I'll make a motion to approve the pension payroll for October 2025 in the amount of $206,047.62.
I'll second that motion.
We have a motion and 2 seconds. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, are there any other matters or business to be brought before the board? Yeah, please come up.
My name's Tina Nebhan, and I'm here representing the firm, which is from the Board Up list. So I was just wondering if the Board Up list, if it could be read aloud who's on it, since it's a public list.
Can you do that, Chief? Absolutely. Thank you.
It's Tri-County Board Up, the firm, 1-800-BOARD UP, and Huso.
Okay, thank you so much.
Great, thank you. Anybody else have anything else for the board this evening, this afternoon? If not, entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Motion second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.